We may have a few more folks wander in, and that's just fine. We're going to go ahead and start anyway. I want to welcome all of you, and I think almost all of you have been on our campus before. So this is a big day for us. It's not a surprise announcement, I don't think. I think everybody's kind of aware of what we're going to do, but it is a big day for us. We have some people here I want to recognize, people who have been with us since the beginning on this initiative. And Representative Canales, will you stand up for us? This guy, has supported us through the whole process. I mean, without his support, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you so much, Representative. His wife is here with us as well. And please thank him before you leave today, because he deserves our thanks. We have a terrific partnership with the City of Edinburgh. We always have, and it's gotten even stronger. Mayor Garza, would you stand up here? Our mayor. Whatever we've needed, he stepped up and helped us do. And again, it's a big part of this as well. We have the commissioner of the WAC here today, right? You can't miss him. I think he's the tallest guy. Brian Thornton. Yes. We're so pleased to have him. What he has done is brought innovation, creativity, and energy to the Western Athletics Conference. We're in the best shape. I've been going to WAC meetings since 2014. There have been some real up and downs. Been some very dark days in the WAC. But we're on a path in the Western Athletics Conference that I think really is the most exciting that I've ever seen. And Commissioner is a big part of this. So please welcome him as well. His innovation is greatly appreciated. Remember also, you have a whole weekend of athletics. What's going on here? Women's volleyball, yeah, so don't forget that. It's a big weekend for us. But if you remember a year ago, our students passed a referendum to increase the intercollegiate athletics fee, and this increase would help fund the expansion of spirit programs, marching bands, because we're going to have them on both campuses, women's swimming and diving, and football. Now, yesterday, the UT System Board of Regents affirmed the results of the student referendum by approving the fee increase and officially giving us the go-ahead to move forward with these campus life initiatives. So, before I continue, I'd like to make it official by updating this poster. We got the green check in the box. That's right. It's important to remember that what we're setting out to do is a comprehensive student life initiative. And as stated in our strategic plan, we're committed to expanding and enhancing campus life. And you know, I told the Board of Regents yesterday, we offer a wonderful, high-quality education here. As you can see when you go around the room and look at these posters, we're a highly ranked university, a great value. And look at that average total academic cost. It's 1/3 of what the next lowest is and 10% of the highest in the UT system. It's about value. And so we offer that. But what we couldn't offer our students is a traditional campus experience. And many of those students want that. And so this is a key, this is a cornerstone in offering a thriving campus life. This will help us to continue to recruit the brightest and most talented students from the Rio Grande Valley. And it will also help us retain and engage our students further on campus. When you go to a volleyball game, you see 1,200 people there, right? Isn't that exciting? Imagine how, when all of this works out, what it's going to look. Now, the four campus initiatives are unique in that they involve three components of our institution. They involve academic affairs, student life, and athletics. Now, the marching band will be developed by our College of Fine Arts and will include members from all over campus. Some of you who went to college may have been in marching band. Weren't you in the band in high school? Yes, that's right. Many of you may have been in the band in high school as well. That's right. And so this is an academic initiative, right? And so Dean Ward is here, and I'll say more about that in a few minutes. Our spirit programs are overseen by Student Life and will include people from throughout the valley. I was introducing myself to cheerleaders and asked them where they're from. They're from all over the valley in Corpus Christi. I mean, they're from all over, right? And this brings all of these students together for a common purpose. And of course, women's swimming and diving and football will be great additions to our already thriving athletics department. And women swimming and diving is a big sport in the valley, and we think there'll be a lot of enthusiasm and support there. And all of you, many of you have probably driven by the natatorium there in Farr, so you know that we have a world-class facility. Now, this is a great example of what's accomplished when all of our areas of campus come together for the betterment of students and our campus community. And we're just getting started. These campus initiatives will be felt for years and years to come. Now, switching gears, I want to say a few things. Dr. Arnie couldn't be here today, and so I'm going to speak on her behalf too. You got to listen to me twice as long, sorry. And talk a little bit about marching band, and then I'll turn it over to Maggie and Chase. And first of all, Dr. Ward, would you stand up and let everybody see who you are? He is a Dean of College of Fine Arts. And you've been here, what, 6 months? 5 months. 5 months, okay. Okay. And he's doing a terrific job. He's hit the ground running, doing a great job for us. But Saul Torres, and is Dr. Torres here? Yeah, right here. Would you stand up as well? And Dr. Kurt Martinez, the director of the School of Music, who couldn't be with us today, are finalizing the implementation band for our marching bands. And you heard the pep band out there. They're terrific, and you hear them at our games as well. Now, here's what we know about their finalizing plans, but we know a good bit already. We know that there will be bands in both Brownsville and Edinburgh, and they'll come together for rehearsals and performances at football games and competitions and parades. And on their own, each band will be able to represent UTRGV at different kinds of events across the valley, and then of course they come together as well. Now, we're in the process of creating a committee of students, faculty, and staff to propose a design for the marching band uniform. They did not ask me to be on that committee. I don't know why, but I do know why. But, you know, most importantly, we're working with our Division of Strategic Enrollment and Student Affairs to develop a competitive scholarship and stipend program to ensure that UTRGV can successfully recruit the Valley's best musicians. There will be scholarships associated, stipends with participation in the band. Yeah. We no longer, we don't want the best musicians in the Valley who want to be in marching band going somewhere else, right? We'll have them right here now. And we'll do everything in our power to keep that talent here. By the way, we had one other person that I have to introduce, Representative Lucio III, Eddie Lucio III. Will you stand up? He's done a tremendous job for us. We're going to miss you, and but he's always been there for us. And so, anyway, with that being said, I want to introduce now the people who really did the work on this and have done a tremendous job. I've never been prouder than I am of these two people. Dr. Maggie Hinojosa is our Senior Vice President for Strategic Enrollment and Student Affairs, and I'll have her come to the podium next, but you know, we've asked her to step up over and over. I just keep giving her more stuff. she, you know, she's one of those kids that they didn't learn no as the first word, right? And so it's haunted her ever since. But she does a wonderful job for us. And she's going to provide updates on our expanded spirit programs and our goal of expanded student housing as well. We're going to have a lot of things going on. And then after that, all of you know Chase Conk. Chase will come up. Hey, if there's a better AD in the country, I don't know that person. So, Maggie, it's all yours.
Two people from Fremont right here, right, Terry? Nothing like those kids from Fremont. This is truly a great day, and you know, Dr. Bailey gives us a lot of credit, but he needs and deserves the credit. He is UTRGV's biggest fan. We would not be here today, and the things that we have accomplished over the last 6-7 years could not have been done without his leadership. He is a constant supporter of our faculty, staff, and students, and deserves a great big round of applause. And the one thing we talk about all the time is the responsibility to our students and the Rio Grande Valley, right? To be competitive. Our students deserve the same opportunities and experiences in and outside of the classroom that mirror those of elite institutions across the country. Our campus life initiatives are designed to engage our students so that they feel a sense of belonging and pride. And I think we all know that an engaged student is a successful student. It is my honor and privilege to announce today that a couple of people here who have been here just a little bit less than you have, Dr. Ward, are our Spirit Program leaders. For the first time at UTRGV and even our legacy institutions, we have a full-time head coach for our Spirit Program, and she's in the audience today, our inaugural full-time head Spirit coach, Cel Gomez. Please welcome her. Cel's been here since September? October. Mm-hmm. So the train is moving, right? And along with her to support us in our Spirit and Traditions is our program coordinator for Spirit and Traditions, Rudy Mata. And Rudy's been here since November 1st. No. So we are so excited that they are joining our Vaquero family. They both come with extensive experience. Dr. Bailey alluded to this. I know you all probably want to hear about football, but I'm going to talk about everything else. We are looking at housing expansions both here in Edinburgh and in Brownsville. We want our students to be on our campuses. They deserve that type of experience. And so there is more to come, and truly an exciting time. None of this, though, is possible without our students. And in our audience today are our SGA, our Student Government Association executives. I want to first start with last year's executives who worked tirelessly through a referendum process that had not been done at either of our legacy institutions and or UTRGV in years. We won't talk about it today, but it is truly a learning process, and one that just made us so proud of our students. And our president last year was J.P. Riojas, who could not be with us today, and Ana Cantu was one of our VPs. But our vice president, who is here with us today, that was part of our executive Student Government Association committee last year, Yahia Alcuda, is with us today. And leading us towards the future is our current SGA executive team with JJ Herrera, one of our vice presidents, Kimberly Escalante, our vice president, and our president, Jonathan Dominguez. These are true leaders of UTRGV and provide our students with the utmost support. And so we are so proud to have them also as part of our Vaquero family. You know, someone once said that the future is not something we enter, it is something we create. That is what we do at UTRGV. We create the future. We are the future of Texas. It is now my distinct honor to introduce my colleague, my friend, the best athletic director in this country, Mr. Rally the Valley himself, Chase Conk.
Thank you. Who's ready for some college football in the RGV? What a great day. And I'll echo a few of the things that Dr. Hinojosa and President Bailey shared. But let's start with President Bailey. What he has accomplished and what he has built, and he'll be the first to tell you, it takes people, it takes a team. But you go back when he came to this region, 2014, and you think about the steady hand that he's led this institution with, that has led to days like today. He is one of the biggest supporters of our students, like Maggie said, an unbelievable supporter of intercollegiate athletics, and a wonderful boss to work for. So Dr. Bailey, appreciate all that you do. And then Dr. Hinojosa. Some days you're Senior VP of Strategic Enrollment and Student Affairs. Some days you're interim AD, I think. And then here in a few years, depending on how the first season goes, you may be the permanent AD. So we'll see. We'll see how that looks. But what an incredible partner. Just a real privilege and pleasure to work with. And your passion for this institution, your passion for this region and for our students here at this university, we are all so blessed. And so thank you for all that you do for us. I do want to recognize a few groups. I know the president mentioned Commissioner Thornton. Your presence is felt. I think everybody saw that when you stood up, physically and emotionally. So thank you for being here. It sends a real clear message that this day is significant locally for our region. We know that. It's significant in the state of Texas, but it has national implications, and it has implications in our conference. So I appreciate you, Rebecca, and the entire WAC team that's here. Thanks for being here today. We talked about volleyball. So the commissioner was able to kill two birds with one stone. He's here for our volleyball championships, but he's also made sure that he could be here this morning. We have the 2022 volleyball WAC Coach of the Year in the house, Coach Todd Lowry. So hopefully, we know you got at least one, hopefully two more opportunities to watch our young ladies compete tonight at 7 at the field house. But that program and that team and what Todd continues to do, it's helped really create great momentum on our campus this fall. And so, Coach, I appreciate all your contributions. Student Government Association, our leaders this year, leaders from past, our pep band, our spirit squad, this is what it takes. The community, everybody in this room, this is what it's going to take. So bear with me here. It's a quick exercise. If you're a student on our campus, raise your hand and keep your hand up. All right, y'all are going to be excluded from the end comment, but keep your hands up. All right, what about our faculty, our staff, administrators? All right, what about any coaches? We got some coaches here. All right, keep hands up. Everybody hands up. All right, and then finally our community at large, our leaders in the community. Dr. Farias, that would include you. All right, so to our external team, everybody that has their hands up, they're buying season tickets for the first football season. So appreciate that. But that's what it's going to take. This is about community. This is about getting everybody together. It's about celebrating together. And that's what was so fun about the journey that it's taken to get to this point in time. But we still have a lot of work left to do. But before we talk about what's ahead for us, I want to go down kind of memory lane a little bit and talk about some of the milestones that have led us to today. 2017, UTRGV entered into a football feasibility study. That was led by former UT football coach Mac Brown, who's now at the University of North Carolina, and representing the NCAA was Oliver Luck. That was a good study. Several of you in this room were part of that, and it came back very positive. But to Dr. Bailey's credit and the leadership here, we knew that it wasn't maybe the right time. There were competing priorities. There were things that we needed to accomplish as a new university. We knew there would be a right time, but it wasn't then. Fast forward, and I think this date, and I know the commission will agree, this date is probably overlooked a little bit. In January of 21, the Western Athletic Conference announced a significant expansion to its membership, bringing in a strong Texas flavor, but for the first time in over a decade, bringing football back to the WAC. And so we knew at that point that gave us a clear path forward to be able to start our journey to sport expansion. August of 21, Dr. Hinojosa and I presented to the Student Government Association a proposal related to student life and sport expansion, which led to a referendum. Last fall, I'll call it fun and exciting, Dr. Hinojosa, but last fall it was so fun to watch our campus come together. Our students be able to provide feedback, be able to dream with us, and certainly that led to the referendum that first, second week in November. It's hard to believe it's already been a year that we stood in this very room and celebrated. Over 5,700 students had participated in that election, in that referendum. 61% saying yes to enhancing our student life, saying yes to 500 new student opportunities here on our campus, and that should be commended. Thank you, Student Government Association. Earlier this week, we announced $2.5 million raised to support these initiatives. $2.5 million. Some of you in this room have been part of that, and we're very grateful. That was our promise to our students last fall, that this was going to be not just their buy-in and part of what we asked them to help with, but that we were going to go to the community, and the community was going to support their decision on where they wanted to take this institution. And so to be able to say that we've raised those kind of dollars, Yahi, I'm looking at you because that was one of our promises, and we're really, really proud we've been able to do that. So what's ahead? I'm not going to say that the work begins because there's been a lot of work going on for the last 18 plus months, but the real work starts now. We're all well aware of our timelines. I think those here on the board really map it out well. We're still on track. We're still on track. We'll start women's swimming and diving in the fall of 2024. We'll have our first practice year for football that same year, and then we'll kick off Division I football here in the RGV in fall of 2025. We know we need leaders, just like Dr. Hinojosa and President Bailey talked about our marching band and our spirit programs. We need leaders for those two programs. In the coming months, we will do just that. We will find leaders to lead our swim and dive program. We'll probably hire that position sometime summer of 2023. And then football here in the coming months, giving that football coach a really important runway. They're going to be able to recruit sign two signing classes, recruit their student athletes, build their staff, and then have that practice year in 2024 that'll be so pivotal. We all know we're a little bit ahead of schedule probably with swim and dive. How about that natatorium there at the City of FAR? Remarkable, remarkable to see. And again, head of schedule, a commissioner, I hope you'll be back for that. We're going to host the WAC Swimming and Diving Championships in February, but that's going to put a great spotlight on that program. It's going to be able to feature not just our university, but our region, and is really going to help us as we build our women's and swimming diving program. We're going to deepen our discussions as it relates to facilities. We know we need an on-campus practice facility. Those things, now that we have the Board of Regents vote, we're going to be able to finalize those. We're going to deepen our discussions with HEB Park, with Sam Stadium in Brownsville. Those are things now that we can take that next step because of the UT system and the Board of Regents support this past week. It's an exciting time. We say that all the time. I feel like since I've been here 3.5 years ago, every few months provides this institution something to celebrate. We're very blessed that we're able to do that. We're blessed to have wonderful leadership and partners in our community. But it's going to take all of us. For this to be successful, it's going to take all of us. There's going to be great milestones ahead that we're going to be able to celebrate together. I look forward to getting back in the room and doing this with the leaders of our programs, with the new student athletes that we're going to recruit to the Valley. But I can tell you this, we're always going to use athletics to help tell the story of UTRGV in this region. It's a special place, and athletics can be a vehicle to do just that. So thank y'all for being here. What a wonderful day to celebrate together, and we're very blessed to have all your support and look forward to selling you season tickets. All right, V's up.
And by the way, Dr. Fred Farias is here. Fred, could you mind standing up? You know, a lot of people may not understand his role, but he is the chairman of the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. Every degree program in the state of Texas is approved by this man, right? And his board. He has it's been an enormous asset to the Rio Grande Valley. All of our new programs, podiatry, everything, they've approved and they've supported. So we really appreciate your being here today. When we originally put the program together, I had said that I would conclude it by illustrating the drop kick, but somehow that got removed, so I will not do that. But now I want to thank all of you for being here, for your support. This is your program, right? The spirit programs, the band, the football team, the swimming and diving team, they're your teams, right? They belong to the Valley. They belong to this university. Without all of you, this wouldn't happen. Without our representatives, without our mayor, without Dr. Farias, without all of you, this wouldn't happen. I want to thank you so much for everything you've done to make this university a great university. It's a wonderful place to be, and the best things are yet to come. Thank you so much. If you want to do interviews, I think in the back, we'll all be back there. So thank you.